I got a little story this morning that may encourage. Years ago, I used to run meetings in the church, and a man came in his name was Dom, and Dom had murdered a man's wife, and the man that was married to the woman went to jail for the crime, and Dom was walking the street, and he came to a knowledge of Jesus in his life, the freedom of God, and he got set free on the inside. And I remember Dom went to the police station and turned himself in for what had happened, and the husband of that woman had been in jail for years, and Dom ended up being in jail, and I don't know if he's still there. It was quite a few years ago now. And I remember somebody went to visit him and asking him during the visit, do you regret confessing what you'd done? Because now you're in prison. And here's what he said. I was in prison every day of my life. Like after the crime, he said, I was in prison every day. Tormented. He says, but now I'm free. Even though I'm behind these bars, I'm free. And it made me think about life. We look at the World Economic Forum and all these government systems and things that are so restrictive, they're putting us in jail. And you can be in a jail of this world, and you can be in a jail of whatever, a job, a house, a relationship, whatever. And when you're in that, you can be free. And to me, it's fantastic to know that freedom of God. And there's a psalm here I was going to read. Had it not been that the Lord was on our side, let Israel now say, Psalm 124, had it not been that the Lord was on our side, when men rose up against us, they would have swallowed us alive. When their anger was kindled against us, then the waters would have engulfed us. The stream would have swept over our soul. The raging waters would have swept over our soul. Blessed be the Lord, who has not given us to be torn by their teeth. Our soul has escaped as a bird out of the snare of the trapper. The snare is broken, and we have escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made the heavens and the earth. Don't mistake kindness for weakness, and God's long-suffering for acceptance. And maybe you don't believe in God, but as we watch the world imprison so many and desire to imprison, I can tell you now, you can be free in the middle of that. You can be free on the inside, that no matter where you are, you can be free. My sister had a woman in her church that years ago, her husband used to lock her in a box when he would go to work. And she was like the sweetest lady. My sister said she was just such a lovely person. Eventually her husband died, and it came out what he was doing to her. And my sister asked her one day, she said, how can you be so nice when you've been through so much? And she said, I found God in the box. I found God in the box. Sometimes we have to be in a box to find freedom. We think freedom is an external thing. We think freedom is having money and fame and good looks and whatever. That's not freedom. Freedom's on the inside of us when God comes to meet us and we surrender who we are to God. So today, with everything that's going on, I'm inviting you. Have a little chat with God. People say, I don't know how to pray. What does that mean? Just talk to him like you're talking to me. See, and just tell him what's going on. Tell him about your box and the freedom you'd like to live.